What if everything you've been told about eating constantly to maintain energy and focus is completely backwards? What if the key to unlocking your brain's full potential isn't found in your next meal, but in skipping it entirely? Scientists have discovered something shocking. Fasting doesn't just affect your body. It fundamentally rewires your brain in ways that modern eating habits completely suppress every single day. The discovery that changed everything. For decades, nutritionists told us the same story. Eat every few hours. Keep your blood sugar stable. Your brain needs constant glucose to function. And we believed it. We structured our entire lives around it. But then researchers started studying people who fast. Not crash dieters, not people starving themselves. People practicing intermittent fasting, extended fasting, or time-restricted eating. What they found was stunning. When you stop eating for extended periods, typically 12 to 16 hours or more, your brain doesn't shut down or slow down or struggle in any way. It transforms completely. A neural state activates that our ancestors experienced regularly, but most modern humans never access anymore. A state where your brain operates with laser focus, heightened clarity, and neurological resilience that eating every few hours actively suppresses. So what exactly happens in your brain when you fast for extended periods? And why does modern life prevent most people from ever experiencing it? The metabolic switch. When your brain changes fuel, your brain can run on two primary fuel sources, glucose and ketones. Glucose comes from carbohydrates. It's the default fuel. When you eat regularly, your brain relies almost entirely on glucose. But there's a problem. Glucose burns fast, energy spikes and crashes. Your brain stays locked in glucose dependency. Ketones are different. When you fast for 12 hours or more, your body runs out of glucose. Your liver breaks down fat into ketone bodies. And your brain switches fuel sources. This is the metabolic switch. And when it flips, everything changes. Dr. Mark Matson, a neuroscientist at Johns Hopkins, has spent decades studying this. His research shows that when your brain runs on ketones instead of glucose, it doesn't just maintain function, it enhances it. Ketones are a superior brain fuel. Think of glucose like gasoline. It works, it burns, but it's dirty, creating oxidative stress and inflammation in your brain cells. Ketones are like premium rocket fuel, cleaner, more efficient, and they activate protective pathways glucose never touches. Here's what happens when your brain runs on ketones. Mitochondrial biogenesis increases. Your brain cells grow more energy-producing mitochondria, more power, more capacity. Bdnf production skyrockets. Brain-derived neurotrophic factor is like fertilizer for your brain. It stimulates new neuron growth, strengthens connections, and protects against neurodegeneration. Fasting can increase Bdnf by 50% to 400%. Autophagy activates your brain's self-cleaning system. Damaged proteins get broken down. Cellular debris gets cleared. Deep detox for your neurons. Only happens when you stop eating. Inflammation drops dramatically. Fasting reduces inflammatory markers across your entire nervous system. Neuroplasticity improves. Your brain becomes more adaptable, better at learning, better at forming new connections. But here's the kicker. None of this happens if you're eating every few hours. The metabolic switch never flips. Your brain stays locked in glucose dependency mode. The focus and clarity you've been searching forever. Notice how you feel sharper and more mentally alert when you skip breakfast and don't eat until lunch? That's not a coincidence. That's your brain running on ketones. Researchers call this fasting-induced cognitive enhancement. The effects are measurable. Studies show fasted people perform better on tests of working memory, attention span, pattern recognition, problem solving, creative thinking, and reaction time. Why? Because ketones optimize neural communication. When your brain runs on glucose, neural signaling is erratic. Energy spikes, energy crashes, inconsistent firing. When your brain runs on ketones, signaling becomes stable and efficient. Communication between brain regions improves. The prefrontal cortex, responsible for focus, planning, and decision-making, operates at peak capacity. This is why history's most productive and mentally sharp people practice fasting. Pythagoras required his students to fast before philosophical discussions. Plato fasted for mental clarity. Benjamin Franklin said, "The best of all medicines is resting and fasting." They weren't doing this for weight loss. They were accessing a brain state that constant eating suppresses. The evolutionary perspective. This is what your brain was designed for. Here's a question. Why would fasting make your brain sharper? It seems backwards. Shouldn't lack of food make you sluggish? Not from an evolutionary perspective. For 99% of human history, food wasn't abundant. Our ancestors went through regular fasting periods, sometimes by choice, often by necessity. And during those fasted periods, they needed to be at their absolute sharpest. When you're hungry and haven't eaten in 24 hours, what do you need to do? Hunt, gather, solve problems, navigate terrain, outsmart predators, find food. If fasting made you foggy and slow, you'd die. So evolution wired the human brain to become more alert, more focused, and more cognitively capable during fasted states. It's a survival mechanism. The metabolic switch isn't a bug, it's a feature. One that modern humans have almost entirely switched off. Modern life has broken the cycle. Most people eat within an hour of waking, then every 2 to 4 hours throughout the day, then dinner, then late snacks. Their eating window is 14 to 16 hours. Their fasting window is only 8 to 10 hours, mostly asleep. They never fast long enough to flip the metabolic switch. They never activate autophagy. They never experience the Bdnf surge. They never give their brain a chance to run on ketones. Their brain is stuck in glucose dependency mode 24/7. The consequences? Persistent brain fog, poor focus, energy crashes, unstable mood swings, cognitive decline. The science is undeniable. Let's get into the actual research. A 2019 study in Nature Reviews Neuroscience reviewed decades of fasting research. The conclusion? Intermittent fasting triggers adaptive cellular stress responses that improve cognition, boost neuroplasticity, and protect against Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. Dr. Mark Matson's team at Johns Hopkins found that intermittent fasting increases Bdnf production by up to 400%. Low Bdnf is linked to depression, anxiety, and cognitive decline. A 2018 cell metabolism study showed that fasting for 12 to 16 hours significantly reduces neuroinflammation and oxidative stress, two major drivers of brain aging. The University of California found that ketones improve mitochondrial function so effectively, they're now being studied as treatment for traumatic brain injury and epilepsy. And the National Institute on Aging demonstrated that intermittent fasting improves memory retention by enhancing synaptic plasticity, the brain's ability to form and strengthen neural connections. The evidence is overwhelming. Fasting doesn't harm your brain, it optimizes it. The mental barrier is keeping you stuck. Because we've been conditioned to fear hunger. You need breakfast to jumpstart your metabolism. False. Skipping meals will crash your blood sugar. Not if you're fat adapted. You'll lose muscle without frequent protein. Also false. These are myths repeated so often they became accepted as truth. The food industry spent billions convincing you to eat constantly. Breakfast cereals, protein bars, snack packs, energy drinks, and the medical establishment reinforced it by telling diabetics to eat every few hours. Advice that manages symptoms but doesn't address root causes. But the science is clear. Intermittent fasting doesn't destabilize healthy people. It stabilizes them. It trains your body to switch between fuel sources efficiently, and it unlocks a brain state that constant eating suppresses. How to access this brain state? You don't need to fast for days, you just need to extend your overnight fast long enough to flip the metabolic switch. Start with 12 hours. Finish dinner by 7 p.m. Don't eat again until 7 a.m. Progress to 14 to 16 hours. This is where the magic happens. Finish dinner by 7 p.m. Skip breakfast. Eat your first meal at 11 a.m. or 1 p.m. Black coffee and water are fine. Try a full 24-hour fast once a week. Finish dinner on Sunday. Don't eat Monday until dinner. You'll be shocked by how good you feel mentally. Stay hydrated. Water, black coffee, herbal tea, no calories. Ease into it. Don't go from eating 6 times a day to 1 meal overnight. Listen to your body. If you feel genuinely weak or dizzy, eat. The first few days might feel strange. You might feel hungry, that's normal. But after 3 to 5 days, something shifts, the hunger fades, your energy stabilizes, your mind clears. You flip the switch. What you'll notice, people who adopt intermittent fasting consistently report, I can focus for hours without distraction. Brain fog just disappeared. I wake up sharper than I have in years. My mood is more stable, no afternoon crash. My brain is working the way it's supposed to. This isn't placebo. This is your brain finally accessing the fuel and neurological state it was designed to use. The bigger picture, protecting your brain long-term. The benefits go beyond focus and clarity. Fasting may be one of our most powerful tools to prevent cognitive decline. Alzheimer's disease is sometimes called type 3 diabetes because it involves severe insulin resistance in the brain. Neurons lose their ability to use glucose. They starve. They EmPY. But ketones bypass insulin resistance. They provide energy to neurons even when glucose metabolism is broken. Studies show intermittent fasting reduces amyloid plaques and tau tangles, the hallmark pathologies of Alzheimer's. It activates autophagy, clearing damaged proteins that cause neurodegeneration. Fasting increases neurotrophic factors that protect and repair neurons. It reduces chronic inflammation that accelerates brain aging. In animal studies, intermittent fasting extends lifespan and improves cognitive function into old age. The mechanisms are clear. Fasting protects your brain in ways that eating constantly never will. The choice. You have two options. Option 1, keep eating the way modern culture tells you to. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. Keep your brain locked in glucose dependency. Accept the brain fog, energy crashes, and gradual cognitive decline. Option 2, start fasting. Give your brain access to the fuel and neural state it was designed to use. Experience the focus, clarity, and cognitive power that constant eating has been suppressing. The science is clear. The mechanisms are understood. Smash that like button and subscribe for more science-backed health content. Hit the bell so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching. Now go flip that metabolic switch.